line. Hey, the radio, pit crew is far from slow. The lights no longer yellow. Ready, steady, go. Crank it up. Oh, it's racing. 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 In love with the ride. Burning rubber smells real nice. Fuel it up once or twice. Come on, fast is the way to drive. Crowds all on their feet. Not one bothered by the heat. Imagine them in the driver's seat. Checkered flag would be sweet. Crank it up. Oh, it's racing. 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 Everybody get ready. On your feet. Here we go. 3, 2, 1. Crank it up. Crank it up. Oh, it's racing. 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 Crank it up. Finger to the sky and a green light shining bright. The only thing I have in mind is the finish line. Check the radio, pit crew is far from slow. The lights no longer yellow. Ready, steady, go. Crank it up. Oh, it's racing. 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 In love with the ride. Burning rubber smells real nice. Fuel it up once or twice. Come on, fast is the way to drive. Crowds all on their feet. Not one bothered by the heat. Imagine them in the driver's seat. Checkered flag would be sweet. Crank it up. Oh, it's racing. Crank it up. Oh, it's racing. Crank it up.
The roar of these beasts, the smell of the fumes coming from the engines and the motors below. It is time to close out another season for the Infield Tractor Tire Super Series as the dirt stocks are now here at Volusia Speedway. I am the Crusader Christian Shriver joining you tonight with the Shanandoah Shine and 79 Designs Infield Tractor Tire Super Series. The dirt stocks are about to take aim and fire down here on the track, and it's time to get down to business. So let's take a look at our starting lineup on the pole. Seth Counts will be in the 007 is outside. That'll be Garrett Marshall in the 79. Row number 2 is going to be Timothy Meismer Jr. And it is outside. That'll be Tim Taylor in the 99. Row number 3 is Chris Hill in the 65. Outside of him will be Colby Collins. Row number 4 is Jason Crow, and the 27 is outside Goose Bay Musso. Row number 5, Matt Fletchell will pilot up to number 24 tonight. Here is 21, is outside. That will be Trevor Mattingly in the 12. Row number 6, that is Dane Lloyd. And the 9 is outside Cade Gailey in the 16. Row number 7, that will be piloted up by, of course, Dennis Anderson Jr. The 04 is outside. That'll be Wayne Pierce in the 46. Row 8 sees Cody Dorsey in the 187 is outside Jordan McAvoy, the 422. Final starter, Henry Smith, the 7. 17 drivers make the field. 40 laps to in the A main event. You hear the roar of these beasts. You hear the roar of the motors. They are waiting for the approximation of a gridding order here. Set apart again by Shanandoah Shine, and of course the Infield Tractor Tire Super Series at 79 Designs. Race fans, we are ready to go here. We are ready for the action to start kicking up a notch or two. Lights are off. Let's get the drivers rolling out on the track. Time to see which driver is best and which driver is the king of it all. It's time to finish this one out. We've got one more race to go after this, but it's time now for the Infield Tractor Tire Super Series. We're going to bring them right around the corners, down in through turns number 3 and then 4, down this straightaway to the green flag. They fly! Alright, we're going to burrow them all in down here through corners 1 and 2 here out of the gate. Everybody on a hard charge, ready to run their way down through the field. Everybody looking for the early advantage here where they can, trying to get the momentum, but they can seize it here out of the start though. Currently, we've got a hard charge right up there from Garrett Marshall in the 79 as he takes down Castle out of the gate, but he drifts up a little bit too high there. Castle sees a huge opening. What do you do when you see an opening? It's very simple. You sneak in there and you take it away from him. Beautiful pass by Seth Castle in the number 7. Comes it around downtown, sends it on by Garrett Marshall, trying to get back down underneath him, cross him over. There's bumping, there's banging, 3 wide saloon in between. We got a problem down there for the 3 seed. Colby Collins getting into it a little bit. Caution flag is out right now here for that one. That will set everybody up back a little bit. Field maybe got a little bit crazy at the start here, a little bit off the pace and off the momentum. We'll take a look at the PTM Instant replay, see what happened here with the 3C as that now is being presented to us here. Presented by Shanandoah Shine tonight. Let's take a look at this one here. See, things just got a little piled up, and once you kind of get crossed up in there, it just kind of gets a little crazy here, unfortunately. Certainly was the case there, and that ended up getting everybody all kind of wobbly and all that here. Expect drivers to be pushing some bumpers around. Expect them to really be testing the waters here when it comes to giving their limits and putting all on the line here. Nobody is safe out on this track, and no one is certainly going to be able to get away from the mess at hand. So field will have to work their way back around the track side here. Seth Castle, Garrett Marshall, Timothy Meismer Jr., Chris Hill, Trevor Mattingly will be up in the top 5 brackets. Double file back up into position here. Again, 40 laps to the distance here for this A main event. Looks to be a showstopper for these drivers and a bit of a fight out for everyone else in between. Remember, one last race to go tonight. Sport Compact Racing Association. as they will have their last race with us here, the king of the compacts, down at Cedar Lake Speedway. We cannot wait to call that one and see what goes down there. We were enjoying ourselves last time. I think we're in for a show this go around as well. But off our corner number 4, awaiting the green flag restart, drivers ready to hit him back down, and while we give them the command, they fire him away. Down into the corners there, big little tap there for Garrett Marshall by Seth Castle. Now here comes Meesemer right on the outside. The 60 of Meesemer saw a huge opening there. You don't just lose out on those, you capitalize on them. And Chris L doing much of the same, sneak his way down 2 spots up here from the 13T. Getting a little bit of help down there though from that 5 as Chris Hill gives him a little bump and run, tag and a half. Give him all that and then some, boys. And look at this, Garrett Marshall. Oh, he didn't get sent very far now back, did he? Oh my. He is hammering the field down. He's taking fools left and right like they're nothing. He's making it look like they're standing still down there. Matt Fletcher comes to a standstill here off turn number 1 here. Unfortunately, we'll have to look at this one. Problems down there for Matt Fletcher. The number 26 driver sadly getting a little bit of a problem here off turn number 1. Can you kind of put back into the back here and kind of set up here? We'll take another look at the replay and what happened exactly. Gets right into that 99. You can see a 26 gets tagged in there as well. I had really nowhere to go and kind of caught in there. Chaotic Creek, good to have you on board. And yep, I heard the news. Pretty crazy to say the least. Actually, that was what I had picked earlier when I was talking with friends at work. I'm like, I think that's what's going to happen. Well, I'm surprised my pick was actually right for once. It's kind of a crazy world. You can see right here, just a little loose in the 99. Kind of drifts up slightly. And in dirt stock racing, you got to be careful about where you check up at. Spots like that can happen easily. And it got the 26 in this case here. Alright. Double filing back up now. Timothy Meesemer Jr. will actually have the starting command here. Seth Castle will have to work his way around again. Don't count out Castle though, man. That 7 may seem like a bit of a roughneck, but he is a tough one to fight it off with. He's been known to give me a few headaches here and there on the track and really put my name under the hat and under the radar. Yeah, they come now down on the front straightaway here. Drivers ready to line up into position, get back at the fight, back on the track here. Surface is starting to slick up a little on the bottom. Watch for the drivers to migrate up towards the top side. Try to get a little bit more ground and tackiness. They don't want to run into the slick too much. That is where the line is for speed-wise. However, once it burns up, then you need some more tackiness to actually get the cars to grip. And that's where things can get really crazy because you got guys trying to throw multiple lines, some even going as far down as that bottom lane to throw the slider. Slide jobs are very well and frequent here. We may get some here today. Off our corner number 4, back to the green flag restart here. We'll wave them back on in. Coming around down now 5, Chris Hill getting a little love tap there. Got punted and thrown around like a rag doll yet again. Drivers trying to make their way through. Everybody just trying to hold the line in, trying to keep themselves in check here. They are still hammering in for everything they got, trying to avoid trouble when they can. Dennis Anderson Jr., the number 8, going at it now with the 99 of Tim Taylor, who was just involved in that one little wreck we saw a minute ago. While the 3 CF Collins here, Colby Collins to be exact, trying to get back that little payback from earlier and get a run off on the boys in the right down to the field here. We've got an onboard camera here of Jason Crow as he continues to work his way around the track as we got one spun right around. Looks like that is the 2 of Trevor Mattingly, the 13T. I think he's got a problem down there. I think he's got a broken wheel. The wheel, it might be jammed up down there. It's jammed. He's got a broken right rear tie rod. You can see that left front is damaged badly on the axle rod. We'll have to take a look at the tractor tire Infield, the Infield Tractor Tire Super Series instant replay presented by Shanandoah Shine here now, and take a look at this one from the PTM instant replay standpoint. Looked like maybe going into that turn here, he had a run. Oh, remember what I just said about the sliders? Well, he went for it, but Chris Hill wasn't quite having it with him. He wasn't having it, and that's everyone else got piled up and just pretty much sent him around town. I mean, you can't blame the 13T when he came off that corner. It looked like he might have had the run. You can see right here from the onboard camera, he had a run coming up. Watch him dig it down right in the inside. Gonna drive it up, catches the 5. And that's pretty much all she wrote. 13T able to go into pit road though and get cleaned up though. Thankfully, all drivers can do that in this case here at Volusia. They just run the risk of going a lap down though if they're not careful here, so they'll have to be a little bit more eager on their spots and on their turns here. "22 laps will remain on the restart zone here in Meesermer and Castle. Once again going at it. Crow moving his way through the field, hard charging up 4. Wayne Pierce, though, that number 46, he's up 8 spots right now, up there with Cody Dorsey. Dorsey's actually up 187 as well. So this might be an even playing field for these guys. We'll have to see which one gets the better runoff in the jump. Track known usually for those late models in the World of Outlaws series, but when you bring some dirt stocks into town, you know you can bring some magic with it too. Off of corner number 4, back to the green flag. Bumping, tagging, bumping, rubbing, swinging it by. Everyone looking to try to hammer down. Chris Hill putting it down in pit road. He got taken out, unfortunately, here, but up front. Slider thrown by Castle. Castle got it outside time right down into the line, though. Look at the 60 of Meesermer just blocking the run. Holding it down. Look out for Giuseppe Musso now. He is moving the chains up. Giuseppe Musso is literally just driving the wheels off the end right now as Jason Crow tries to get right there with him. The onboard camera here with Jason Crow here, you can just see him working every ounce of that wheel, trying to turn it in a certain way, trying to keep it under control to where he will not lose his line or his grip. Keeping it close together, keeping it tight and compact is the name of the game here in this street stock race. You don't want him getting too far away from you, and you don't want to see too many of those thrown at you right there. Next, Colby Collins at 3C throwing one right up there at the number 9 of Dane Lloyd. Lloyd had to taste a few White Castles there. I don't know if he really appreciates that very much, although I think those White Castle stars probably be a bit tasty if I wasn't on a diet. About 19 laps here to go. We got the number 8 of Dennis Anderson Jr. just driving that old style Dale Earnhardt Senior scheme there. That's one of the oldest rides Senior ever drove. And it's pretty crazy to see that it's still being remade in different schemes all over the place. Giuseppe Musso. Oh no! Hold on, baby. Oh, he got sent around town and he is in trouble. He's in the wall protection, and we got a big wreck there right behind him. Trevor Mattingly yet again involved in that one. They stay green. No caution yet. They're gonna keep it going. They want to rain green. They said we ain't keeping it clean, but we're gonna go green. Oh, slider thrown from 3 to 4. Garrett Marshall got a runoff right there on Matt Fletchel, but Fletchel, give the man his due. He is found in the momentum around here. He's moved up into the 3rd. He was literally freaked out a minute ago. He's literally charged this entire field back into his playing field. Talk about getting the momentum boost around here. Holy smokes. On board here with Cody Dorsey as he tries to work it in there with Jason Crow in the 27. Crow won the first race out back time we seen him here. And really, since then, he hasn't been to victory lane ever since. He's been having troubles out of late trying to fight off with some of these guys. He told me earlier, it's really hard to even keep up with some of these guys. Some of them, they can be either aggressive or they could just be flat out downright vicious and just pass me by like it's nothing. I think he's certainly taking the latter of this case here right now. Dennis trying to hold back Colby Collins. Collins going to go dipping down inside. Tags the wall protection, though. That's not what you want to do if you're throwing a slider. Those slide jobs are only as good as you can make them. Here comes the 27 of Cade Gailey now moving up on the outside bank. He's running that tacky side, getting a little bit of that grip, getting some moisture from the slick to then run it into the grip. Once you get a little bit of that moisture in that slick and then get that grip, you can actually pack the dirt in just a little harder and actually get a little bit more speed built up. That's exactly what he's trying to do right now. That's exactly what he's up to. Trying to hold down everything he can to Dane Lloyd's side. Dane and him go back quite a ways. They've battled each other plenty of times before. Oh, throwing a huge hit for Trevor Mattingly there in the 13th tee. Almost sent it straight out of the sky. He went right into the barriers there, down in the water, down on those water pits there. That was a hard hit. Actually into the infield tractor tire, if you can believe it. I knew that thing was going to come into play eventually. He just smack dabbed it right in. I'm glad he's okay. He says he's all right, but I don't know. He's probably not too happy about this one. Everyone digging in as hard as they can here. Seth Castle looking for any kind of run, any kind of boost of momentum he can get off him. I guarantee you sliders are being initiated and being engaged here. Castle's just waiting to show his hand. He doesn't want the 60 to know what he's going to go for. He just knows what he's got to go for. He's going to go for a bump and tagging right off of turn number 3. The 60 though able to hold his line down. The number 7 going to have to do a little bit more than that. Castle knows he's got a lot at stake here with Meesemer Jr. just holding him back. This is the last race of their short run season. They'll have more seasons to go, and we certainly will believe we will be back with them. So if you guys have not already, subscribe here on PTM Racing TV so you never miss the show, and also hit up our Facebook and like and follow us up there. We just watched an incredible battle down at Kansas Speedway that you guys cannot miss whatsoever. Check that one out. Check out the race as we're currently still watching the 789 Designs going at it here as they are firing hard and they are firing for everything they've got. Neither driver trying to give an inch here, but Fletchel seemingly having the advantage just a little bit more in the turn than I would say than Garrett does. Marshall's not exactly one to worry about though. He is one of those guys you've got to really be scared of, because if he finds a line, he finds a seam. He will make you work for it. And he's doing every bit of it today. And look at Castle right now. He's still trying to catch that bumper, catch the rear end of Meesemer. Meesemer doing everything he can, trying to hold him back. They're going to go down inside here once again for 4 to go. Flagman held up a high 5 in the air last time by. This time now it's only 4 left remaining. Jason Crow trying to get something going here, but you can see the battle is still raging on for this 3rd place spot. Fletchel trying to hold Marshall back. Marshall got sent to the Shadow Realm earlier on. Now Fletchel got sent way earlier before him. He seemed to make it stick a little bit better though in the corners and on the runs. And that's exactly what he's trying to do right now. 3 will turn into 2. Oh, wait. 60 of Meesemer set straight up top. Castle backs off. He backed off. Castle not going to go down, not going to race him like that. Though a good sportsmanship by the 7. But did that cost him the race win? We'll have to find out. 2 to go. Green flag high in the air. I think Meesemer definitely respects him though a little more for that one. Good sportsmanship and clean racing by the 7 at Castle. That's clean living right there, my friends. He did not want to do him dirty like that. He let him in and get him back on the speed and back in contention. Ladies and gentlemen, this is the white flag lap out now. Fletchel seems to have that 3rd place spot lined up, but Castle is giving Meesemer all he wants and then some, but drove it way too far up high side though. Castle has to go down low, throw the slide job, engage, not enough. Meesemer Jr. wins it. Wow. Now that's what we call an old-fashioned slobber knocker right there, my friends. What a performance. What a race. And just flat out great clean living by everybody that really wanted to run this one clean as can be. This is why you gotta choose into the Infield Tractor Tire Super Series. These guys will run with the best of them. Meesemer Jr. is going to be your race winner, based out of Smyrna, South Carolina. What a race win for him and his crew. An absolutely awe-inspiring fight there from the get-go. And really it all boiled down to that first corner that gave the opening to the 60. And then from there it was just give and go. Race results now in for the 17 drivers that made their call. Timothy Meesemer Jr. wins it. Seth Castle goes 2nd. 3rd to Matt Fletchel. 4th to Garrett Marshall. 5th to Jason Crow. 6th to Cody Dorsey. 7th to Cade Gailey. 8th to Dennis Anderson Jr. 9th to Wayne Pierce. And 10th to Dane Lloyd. That rounds out the top 10 in this field of drivers. And what a fight it was from the get-go. All right, race fans, the time has come. Let's go ahead and talk right down here with our top 3 drivers. We'll start off with Matt Fletchell here as he's going to join us now into the booth here. Here he comes now in the 3rd place spot. Coming out of that car here, and he looks like a happy camper. He's joining me here. Matt Fletchell, congratulations here, sir, on a 3rd place finish. And really, this was a wild one for you. You had to get sent back to the Shadow Realm a little bit, but then you just pretty much said, to heck with this, I'm booking it up to the front. You got it into the slick and ran the tack, and it worked out perfectly for you and your crew.
Yeah, definitely race of hard luck for me for this night, but somehow managed to get back up there and finish 3rd place. So take it. My team's put in a lot of work, so
They certainly did indeed. They gave a lot to it and a lot of heart out here just to try to make pace and make do. I gotta ask you, man, you had a lot going on there in that last bit. What was it? What was it like having to fight off Garrett Marshall there?
I just wanted to keep hitting my marks because it was pretty well locked down one lane, and every time he tried to shoot low, he'd fall back. So as long as I set my marks and holding that spot, I didn't think he was gonna get around me. He was gonna have to pull the slider, and it wasn't there on the bottom.
For sure there, and indeed it just kind of come out your way in your spot tonight. So I'll have to ask you there, sir, as you walk away here with a 3rd place finish, who do you want to thank here tonight for this one?
I want to thank Swede and all these guys for putting this on. I want to thank my teammates over here at Shocker Motorsports. Couldn't do this without these guys. These guys are amazing. Yeah, just everybody involved in this. It was a great series to run.
For sure there. Well, nevertheless, Matt, congratulations, bud, and what a race and a season has been for you and your career. We can't wait to see you next time out.
Thank you.
Ladies and gentlemen, Matt Fletchell driving up the number 26 tonight. Pilots this one into a solid performance. Now let's go ahead and bring in our 2nd place finisher here tonight. Going all the way down from the field. Seth Castle comes away with the 2nd place finish. And Seth, congratulations on that. But I got to ask you this. We kind of missed this little camera angle, but what happened going into turn 1 and 2? We saw you and Miesermer look like you got tangled up there in the turn, but you backed off and let him have his room back. Was that intentional, or were you just making sure that you had to give him a fair shake here?
Yeah. I I definitely backed out of it. It was a slide job. I just got tight and hit him, so I didn't want to take it like that for sure. He's a teammate and all.
For sure there, and I know this was definitely a bit of a wild one and a bit of a craziness to say the least. I mean, what was it like really kind of firing off on those last couple laps? Because it looked like you were going for it all, but it looked like turn 2 caught you, and then you went for the slide job, and it just wasn't enough to catch him.
Yeah, there's just really nowhere to make passes without throwing a slider, so being, racing a teammate, you don't want to destroy him obviously, but there just wasn't much down there on the bottom to make work consistently, so just kind of rode around behind him, but we'll take it. I'm glad he got the win, so it was fun.
For sure there. Well, nevertheless, though, it certainly was a great night of action here and everything in between here for you and your team. So I got to ask you here, man, as you walk away here 2nd, who do you want to thank her tonight?
I just thanks for the season and everybody broadcasting as fun. Look forward to the next season. Um, for Hot Lap Heroes and all them putting it on and getting everything put together. I know it's a lot of work and they definitely did their best. So we'll thank them for that, and we'll pack up and get ready for next season.
Absolutely, Castle. Next season certainly can't be too far around the corner, so get ready and get tightened up and put those buckles back on and ready to run this one to the ground. Castle, congratulations again, bud.
Hey, thanks, man.
Seth Castle, ladies and gentlemen, your 2nd place finisher here tonight. Only 2nd to one man tonight, and this man, Timothy Miesemer Jr., as he walks away into victory lane. Timothy, a big win and a big congratulations to you, sir. You and Castle went to war with one another, but in this night, it would be you that takes him down a few notches.
Yeah, me and Seth tend to have some really good races, It's always fun with him. He's one heck of a driver.
For sure there. I know a lot of the battles going on there. It got pretty crazy, a bit of all over the place here when things got a little bit more up and antics there. I have to ask you, like, what was it like when you just kind of had to throw that slide job right at the beginning of this race just to make sure you can really send this one on in?
I mean, I went into it originally trying not to hit the wall on lap 1, trying to worked my way to the top originally and about hit the inside wall. And on that restart, I know I had to do something good to be able to get to the lead to be in position to make a move for the win. So, I mean, I didn't mean to park it on his nose. I felt like if I kept sliding, I would have been in the loose stuff and been in the wall. But, I mean, it was a racing deal, and I apologize for it under caution. So,
For sure there. Well, nevertheless, though, obviously a lot of hard racing, a lot of hard moments in between, some craziness from out. But you are going to walk away with the final win of the season, though. So, sir, I must ask you this point blank. Who do you want to thank you for this one tonight?
yeah, there's a lot of people that support me both in real life and in this game. And so, I mean, Rogue Energy, Hot Lap Heroes, they're a really fun group of guys to hang out with, really fast, really nice, and put on an amazing, absolute show of a league. And Diamond Setups for helping me be able to be out front in these things and make moves that can put on a show.
For sure there. Well, nevertheless, Timothy, great to have you back on board. Great to hear from you, sir. Congratulations here.
Thank you. Hopefully next season I'll be here again.
For sure there. All right, we'll see you then, man. Ladies and gentlemen, your race winner here tonight, Timothy Meesemer Jr., piloting up the number 60 race fans. One more to go. I'll see you guys here in just a little bit. Sport Compact Racing Association at Cedar Lake Speedway, the king of compacts. Close out our night.